Hi Scorpio, welcome to March 2018. Baby, you are back and front and center. You're on the main stage this month. Ask and it is given. It's a very strong time for the Scorpios. The Virgo full moon right on March 1st is in a wonderful part of your chart. Virgo brings the action to your hopes and wishes, dreams coming true, your goals, your friends, where you network, where you hang out, sudden luck, sudden opportunity. And it is forming a grand Earth trine to Saturn and Capricorn in the area of communication and conversation, to asteroid Pallas Athena in the area of your relationships. Pallas is in Taurus, and she's forming a gorgeous grand Earth trine to that moon in Virgo and Saturn in Capricorn. So this is a really great month for the Scorpios. Yay! And I like what I'm seeing here. Now, Neptune is opposing the Virgo full moon. It's coupled with the sun. And, you know, that is about intuition and creativity, spirituality, fantasy, imagination. And that's really strong here with this energy. So it is about being practical, but also intuitive. Being, clarifying your goals, clarifying what it is you're wanting to accomplish here in March, as well as 2018. And also being open to divine inspiration that's coming in from your mighty I am present, your higher self, or from other people. This area of romance and creative self-expression is very busy. You have the sun there, you have Neptune there, you have Mercury, the messenger, and Venus there at the time of the Virgo full moon. And Mercury and Venus are trining Jupiter in the first house. So this is, like your heart is feeling really full. You could be feeling really happy. You could be in love. You could be falling in love. And it's right there for you this month. Or you could be pouring this into your work, and you could be just happy with your work, happy with your projects, happy with your creative self-expression, feeling really good about that. Then Venus and Mercury move into Aries. And, this is where, the sparks are continuing here, where you could be, meeting someone through work, and that you're feeling like there's sexual chemistry or sexual attraction, or they're really physically attracted to you. And so, it's fun for Scorpio. Yay! And then we have the first retrograde of the year, and that's Jupiter retrograde. And Jupiter's going to retrograde March 8th through July 10th. So if you've been waiting on money, or you've been waiting on some big financial plan, or you've been waiting on some sort of project, it could come in right at the 8th, right that first week or right on the 8th. If it doesn't, be patient, because there's something that the universe is saying that it's not time yet. And so for some of you, if it doesn't happen, it will. You just need to be patient, because Jupiter is taking his turn to retrograde, camped out in Scorpio, still very much benefiting you, but now the journey is on the inner planes rather than the external world. And we have to work within the cycles. Now, the key is to not push, but to request this month. What you desire, you can have, and you can accomplish it, but you're going to be feeling, you are the most intense sign. And so all of this intensity is brewing inside of you. I have these hopes and wishes. I have these goals, the things I want to accomplish, blah, blah, blah. And I get it. However, if you push that onto other people, that's going to push them away. And so it's better for you to wait and let others come to you than to push. This month is not a good month for pushing. We've got the Jupiter retrograde, and then Mercury's going to go retrograde on the 22nd through April 15th. But first, we have daylight savings time on March 11th. Yay! That's here in the States. And the Sun will trine Jupiter on the 13th. That could be a lucky day for you. That's a day to pick a lottery. Definitely. You want to play the numbers on March 1st, and then on the 13th here, and even on the 17th. Yes, on the 17th too. So you've got some real strong lucky days in here. And that could be, like, you could just have a windfall on any of those days. The 1st, the 13th, and then the 17th. Amazing. And that's because on the 17th you have the Pisces New Moon in this area of creative self-expression, romance, true love, risk-taking, putting yourself out there, feeling self-confident. Now, this is a Chiron moon, and that's because the Sun and the Moon are coupled together at the end of Pisces with Chiron. He acts like a planet in your astrology. He is a planet between Saturn the past and Uranus the future. Chiron is the bridge. But Chiron flushes out our wounds, our weaknesses, our insecurities, and we all have them, perceived failings, and so on. But it's so that you identify with your sense of purpose and that you claim your independence and you own your power and you pull that power up and you come from your power. That's Chiron's intention, is that we move past our insecurities and own our power and let your work speak for itself. Let your character speak for itself. Now, Jupiter is trining Chiron. Jupiter is trining the Sun and the Moon. This is good news. This is wonderful. Like, you could be feeling this incredible healing. Maybe there is something that comes up for you, a pain from the past, or something went on and it left you feeling kind of down. But, you know, now you can be feeling really good about yourself. You can be feeling incredibly positive about what you're doing, where you're going, and have that faith and sense of purpose with your passion equals success. Totally. Now, Venus is going to square off with Saturn on the 13th. Allow your instincts to guide you at that day. And watch out for people, those that are trying to take advantage of you. And, you know, they're takers, and there's always those people. And so you want to set a boundary with those that are just trying to take advantage of you or the situation, and you're not really receiving from the relationship. And so be aware of that. Saturn might be showing you that this month, and particularly on the 13th, you get this wake-up call of, wait a minute, I'm doing all the work here. Wait a minute, this is not an equal partnership. We're not an equal match. I have way more than you do. I have way more, you know. And so be aware of that. And, you know, we've got to navigate these waters. And it's a very busy month in here. Mars will enter Capricorn right after the Pisces New Moon on the 17th. And so you won't have any problem speaking your mind or speaking your truth. Mars, the warrior, is moving into that area with Saturn and Pluto in the area of communication and conversation. But remember, Capricorn sextiles Scorpio. And so this is a very supportive energy for you and strengthening you and helping you to articulate your message in a way that solidifies your position and lets others know that you are a force to reckon with. Then we have the Sun enters Aries on March 20th. Yay! We have spring in the Northern Hemisphere. Woohoo! So we got daylight savings time on March 11th, and then you have the first day of spring on the 20th. And this is so exciting, and it's also International Astrology Day on the 20th. We Western astrologers, the way our system works, our astrology system is, it's based on the day the sun enters Aries. That's why we celebrate International Astrology Day on March 20th, the day the sun enters Aries. Woohoo! So this is exciting. So things are really moving, turning. And then, of course, spring is about everything growing and flowers blossoming and plants. And in life, too, you're growing, you're blossoming, and Mercury goes retrograde on the 22nd. It's the first Mercury retrograde of the year. And Mercury is going to be retrograde till the 15th. And so if things start to slow down at work, or people aren't getting back to you, or, you know, whatever's going on, Mercury retrograde can be part of it. Or it could be where communication is very challenged. You know, they didn't get the email, they didn't get the phone call, they didn't get the message. And you want to double check to make sure we're all on the same page. Did you get my phone call? Did you get my email? You know, or did you understand what I said? A lot of times with Mercury retrograde, we go into the subconscious state and we can be in dreamland and not even realize it. And we're just not projecting or speaking clearly, so that what we're saying, the other person may not understand, or what we're saying, the other person may hear it differently. And so, you know, it's good to have people feedback. And this is in the area of work with you. So it will have to do with the people you work with. You know, if we're all on the same page and we understand what's being asked of each other, and so on. And remember now, don't push this month. Request from others. Don't push your agenda. Request from others what it is you desire. And then that way, you know, the intensity can brew all at once on the inside. Others don't have to know. And that way you are achieving what you want and feeling successful. Venus will enter Taurus on the 31st. And then we have the very powerful Libra full moon on March 31st. So now we have another full moon this month. And Mars and Saturn are T-squaring this full moon, which is war. And so we've got a warlike combo going on here. And for you, this is going on behind the scenes, right? So things are really brewing inside of you, super intense, and as well as in your work. So this is going on in the work area. Relationships are being tested, and so your work relationships are being tested. And, you know, for some of you, it's about upgrading who you work with. Maybe you need a new coach. Maybe you need a new doctor. Maybe you need a new assistant. Maybe you need a new, you know, whatever, fill in the blank, whoever it is. But the universe could be reminding you that you do need to upgrade relationships in here, especially if you're feeling frustrated. With all of this firepower going on now, we've got Sun in Aries, Venus in Aries, well, she's just moved into Taurus, Uranus in Aries, Mercury retrograde in Aries, and Mercury too is being squared by Saturn and Mars. People, you know, tempers are going to flare up. People are going to be really angry and frustrated, and there's going to be a lot of fighting going on. We're going to see it with the politicians. We're going to hear about it in the news media, fighting, and, you know, so what's new, right? And so it's just going to be more intense, let's just say that. It will be more intense at this time. You know, for you, it's really about, you know, reading the signs of the time, knowing your cycles, knowing when it's time to move and when it's time to wait. Timing is everything, and you want to launch before Mercury retrograde. If you're launching anything new, you don't want to do something new with Mercury retrograde. And now the Jupiter's retrograde, you know, so there's no rush to get anything out after the 8th or after the 22nd in March. It's better to wait till the following month, April 15th on, to find a great launch date for a new project, new business, new website, new anything you're looking to promote and launch. You want to wait till after Mercury goes direct, because things just slow down and people get all, you know, spaced out in their subconscious and dream state, that it's not the time to really push forward and push ahead. It's a time to strategize and to do proper planning, because what I'm seeing in here in March and April, with Mars and Capricorn teaming up with Saturn, squaring off with the Sun in Aries and the Moon in Libra at the end of March going into April, and then we'll have the Aries New Moon in April, there's going to be, you know, tremendous, you know, blow-ups and blowouts if you haven't planned right. So this is not an energy to fly by the seat of your pants. This is not an energy to, you know, just throw things on the wall and see what hits, because it's just going to make a mess and nothing's going to work, and then you'll feel, you know, down about it. You know, this is a time to do your homework, do your research, do your proper planning, so that when you do go to launch, it is successful, you are reaching your mark, and you're achieving what you want. Because Mars is going to square off, you know, with the Sun and, you know, with Mercury, and then with Uranus, and so it is, you know, going, and it's going to, you know, get with Pluto, and so, you know, this is going to be an intense cycle with Mars the warrior, even though he's exalted in Capricorn. He loves being in Capricorn because now he's the CEO warrior. He is the executive warrior, and you know, that's you know, great, except that while he's challenging the other planets, it's going to really test us. And if we are just trying to rush things out or hope that things work out, it may not. And you want to be aware of that, this is about really being intentional every day in what you're doing, and being intentional in anything that you're promoting or launching, and really having excellent planning with whatever it is you're doing, so that you are achieving the success that is yours. You are achieving your dreams come true, hopes and wishes. And for some, this is, you know, about getting on a new life path direction. For some folks, it really is. Maybe for some of you, you are rethinking your work and how you work and how you can do it differently. And that's good. That's what this is about. Doesn't mean you start it now. That will come in April and May. But it's time to do your homework. It's time to learn what you're doing. It's time to know what you're doing, so that when you go to do it, you do it really well. And whatever you're doing, make sure you have support for it. Because if you don't, and you're just, you know, going out there without the support, it's not going to work. It won't be successful. So, you know, it's a great month for you. Pisces is in positive energy flow with you. You are front and center. You're on the main stage. You just want to make sure that you're aware of these energies and the timings and the when things change and when the current changes and when the wind changes, so that you are in the right place at the right time and achieving what it is you desire. For those of you open for love, it's on. I mean, it's a really strong month for love. And it can be romantic, it can be you know, incredibly physically attracted kind of connection going on. And yeah, this would be a good time to take time for that too. And since you got the Jupiter retrograde over here and now Mercury retrograde, why not kick back and have some fun and play and enjoy your personal life, your love life. It's incredibly romantic here. For those of you coupled, you know, this is a wonderful time to do something fun together, play together. Maybe take a trip to the ocean. Maybe take a trip to the water. Get to the water together. And, you know, money looks good. Money is, you know, busy money month here going on. If things start to slow down with Mercury retrograde, don't worry. It'll all come back next month in April. Career looks really good too. I mean, you're busy in here and you're front and center. You're on the main stage and you're making things happen. And they are happening. Even if things slows down, don't push. It is going to happen. The universe knows because you've asked, and it will be given, and it will be given in the right time at the right place so that you are successful and not, oh, I planned this, I didn't plan this right, I didn't do enough research, or I didn't do enough homework, and it didn't work. What good is that? It's better to wait, do more homework, do more planning, so that you have the support you need and you are achieving what you want. Spiritually, this is a very spiritual month for you. And it does serve you well, especially at that Libra full moon, to, you know, take a time out and finish the unfinished business and meditate and get in that quiet space and hear the voice of God and listen to your soul and listen to your heart's desire. It will nourish you, it will nurture you, and it'll center you so that you're not pushing, you are receiving, you're allowing. You're working with the law of allowing, and you're allowing things to come to you in the right time, at the right place, you know, in the right place at the right time. Health, you know, is with Mercury going retrograde in there, you know, maybe it's time to rethink diet, exercise, or your work habits. If you've been working too much, you know, burning that candle on both ends, you know, is nothing left, right? So make sure you're taking time for you. And then you are moving forward, all of you, into the spring or the fall, depending on where you are on the planet, and achieving that success. That's rightfully yours. Jupiter is in your sign all year, and so it's coming. Just depends on where you are in the astrology. You know, if you are late in Scorpio, almost Sagittarius, Jupiter hasn't, you know, it's retrograding at 23 degrees, so it hasn't gotten up to the later degrees yet. It's getting there, and it will when it returns in July and August and September. It will be moving forward, and it will reach every Scorpio will be getting blessed by Jupiter. If you haven't already, it's coming. The good stuff is coming. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, favoring, sharing, and Google Plus-ing my videos. Scorpio, you're rocking awesome. Thank you for subscribing. You totally rock. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And if you would like for me to take a detailed look at your astrology, or you're interested in coaching, those links are below in the Show More section. They're also up in the cards. And I'm doing a live event on YouTube, my first YouTube live event, February 21st. It's a Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. I got a big announcement to make, and I would love to see you there. So until next time, Scorpio, you're on the main stage. It's your time.